All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of this podcast. I could not sleep. I'm sorry if I sound a bit tired and my voice is a little bit raspy and gone. I was laughing and screaming a lot today because I was playing with my friends, playing some video games. We tried out Marvel Rivals for a while, and then we got back to playing. Me and my friend Saucy got back to playing some more Civ. I've been playing a lot of Civ lately. I've been streaming it a lot. The streams on Civ have been doing surprisingly well. I'm kind of surprised that they're doing that well because I thought that I don't know, Civ's an older game, and I don't know if a lot of people really go to watch Civ streams, if that makes sense. But believe it or not, streams have been doing pretty well. So I've been streaming that a lot lately, and I don't remember where I was going with this. See, it's the problem with being tired. You just kind of lose your thread a lot. But basically, what I was gonna say was I've been streaming a lot, and I think I'm gonna we'll see how I feel when I wake up. I decided to just record this because I couldn't sleep, and I was like, fuck it, it's 20 minutes, like, just do it. You're already a day late. I'm having trouble balancing like like the hangouts with my friends and then the podcast and then the streams, which arguably, like, these things are not like my job. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing holding me to this. Like, I don't have to do this every day or every other day, but I do like to do it. Oh yeah, by the way, I just wanted to thank everyone for listening on wow, I say a lot. It's pissing me off. God, I just did it. Anyway, I wanted to thank everyone for listening to the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. There's been a lot more listens lately. Like, every week I see that the listeners go up, and I think that's really cool. I haven't really I was a bit scared about starting this one because it was just me. I didn't know if I had the ability to yap long enough, but apparently I do. So fuck it, we're here, and it seems like people are listening, and more people are listening every week, and it's been great. It's been really nice to. It's nice to take a bit of a risk and go, like, I'm gonna take this risk and do something I don't really know if it's gonna work, and I might feel bad about it not working, and then it kind of goes and it works, and it feels good. It feels good to take that risk, and it feels good to do that with the streams too. With Civ, I really didn't think there would be a lot of viewers, and I was kind of bored one day, and I was like, man, I want to stream, but I don't know what to stream, and I don't really want to try any new games. I'm not really interested in any new games right now, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just play Civ. I'll stream it, and we'll see how it goes. And it's been some of the most consistent viewership and views that I've had on streams the past couple months that I've kind of recently. I've been streaming a lot more consistently, but more viewers than the past streams that I've had. So it's nice to take that risk, and I don't know, just go for it and see if it sticks. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm really I cannot fall asleep today. I don't know what's going on. I've been in bed for, like, I'm not kidding, like 5 hours, and I just can't fall asleep. I'm staring at the ceiling. I put a podcast on. I turn the podcast off. I turn the lights off. I turn the lamp on. I turn the lamp off. I just can't. I can't seem to fall asleep. But I'll probably try to after this and just, I don't know, just try something. I don't know. Anyway, I looked at the new Civ stuff today, Civ 7. I've been playing Civ 6. Civ 7 comes out in February. And it looks interesting. It looks fun. It looks a lot more complicated. It looks a lot more like there's another kind of Civ-like game where you, like, have to marry strategically. It sounds really weird, but it's a really big game. It's not Age of Empires. I can't think of the name, but it's another big Civ game. And it reminds me, like, a bit more of that one, where it just gets, like, more and more complicated. So I hope that it's not too complicated to the point where I can't tell what the fuck's going on. But I believe in him. Civ 6 has been really fun. I don't think I played Civ 5. I don't remember Civ 4. I definitely played Civ 3. And this is that by far probably the most I've played a Civ game. I really enjoy it. I think it's also a part of maybe me getting older and my taste in games changing. And this kind of leads me into, I played like 3.5 hours of Marvel Rivals, and I just don't like it. I don't know what it is that I can't put my finger on why I don't like it. I guess I think my taste in games is changing. Because I'm not really having that much fun on Call of Duty anymore. I'm not really having that much fun on, I didn't really like Marvel Rivals. I think my taste in games is changing. And I don't know. It is odd because I usually can always go to those type of games and at least find some way to have fun in it. But I just couldn't. I don't know. I was kind of being grumpy. I feel a bit bad for my friends. I was kind of being a downer. But it's just not my thing. I think my taste is just changing. Because I'd way rather spend 3.5 hours on Civ than I would on Marvel Rivals, or even honestly, even on the new Call of Duty. There's rank play out, and the rank play, it's a good ranked system, but I just think the game is bad. And maybe it's just also Call of Duty hasn't had a good game in a long time. I just don't really like the new Call of Duty that much. I almost say that. I don't like the maps and the spawns. I hate the maps and the spawns. I like the guns. I like the way the game plays. I just don't like the maps and the spawns. It makes it really difficult to... You're just running around. You're just running around and hoping. Like it feels like there's less strategy than even there was before, and there wasn't a lot before. Like it feels like every year strategy just starts going down and down and down and down and down and down, and it just keeps getting worse. But anyway, I tried Marvel Rivals. It was fine. It's like Overwatch, but Marvel characters. I'm sure it's going to be popular for a while. I don't know if it'll stick. The weird thing about those type of games is Blizzard and Riot have this thing, right? Where they just wait, and they just wait, and they spend a lot of time on developing these games, and then they put it out and it's perfect. You know what I mean? Like it's the best in that class. You know what I mean? Like Overwatch came out and it was by far the best type of game. And to be fair, I don't know if there were really many games before Overwatch that were like that. I wasn't really into those type of games, but Overwatch came out and that's like the best one that's come out. Diablo is Diablo, and the World of Warcraft is World of Warcraft, and they're like the best versions of those type of games within that genre. And Riot kind of has the same thing, where Riot waited a long time and then League came out. And that was like the competitor to Dota, and it was perfect. Everyone likes League. Dota's still huge, but League is there. And they took a really long time, and then they put out a counter to CS, and now Valve's arguably bigger than CS. I think CS is still huge in terms of people that like it, but I think Valve's going to be like the next step there, where CS players move to Valorant, and viewers move from CS to Val. I don't know if this Marvel Rivals game is gonna be able to compete with an already established Overwatch. There's already a game that exists that doesn't need to be different. You know what I mean? I don't know. Obviously for the people that work there, I hope it goes well, but in terms of, I think this game had the right release time where people were starting to get bored of Call of Duty, and maybe people were starting to get a little bit bored of League. Like, there's nothing really new coming out. People are starting to get bored. Ranked seasons are kind of halfway through. And so everyone kind of was like, I'll try this out. But I don't know if it'll keep its player base past, a new ranked season in Overwatch and Val and League. And, and COD, I guess. Because I've seen a lot of COD players go play Marvel Rivals too. For the same reasons. They just don't really like the game. But I don't know if it's going to keep its popularity. It seems really big right now. It seems like a lot of people are playing it, but I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Because it's like I said, if you're an Overwatch player and you like Overwatch, and there's a new season of Overwatch, are you gonna play Marvel Rivals over Overwatch? You know, and I think Marvel Rivals has a rank play, which is great. I think every game should launch with a rank play, especially for refinement purposes, like trying to figure out what competitive metas are and what you should keep and what you should get rid of and what modes you should have and what modes you shouldn't have. But I just don't know if it's gonna keep up, you know? I just don't know if it's gonna keep up. I hope it does for the sake of the people that work there and develop the game. But man, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it too much, but that's just me. And like I said, I think my taste in games is changing a little bit because I'm not getting the same hit that I used to on these first person shooters and these kind of tactical games. I'm just not. It's just not hitting the same. I'm just not feeling that drive to play it. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a rut, or like I said, there's just no game that really interests me. I could go play Overwatch or League, but I don't want to. You know, I'm stubborn. But anyway, I think. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought already. I'm so fuzzy right now. I probably shouldn't have recorded this because I'm just exhausted, but I'll try to keep it going to about 50 minutes and I'll call it there. I won't go too long today. I think I need to give myself a break. I think I was going to talk about my kind of streaming thing. I've always had this problem where I can't seem to balance. Like, I stream too much, or I make too many videos, or I make too much I go all in on this thing, and I put way too much into it, and I burn myself out, and then that ends up with me not doing it as much. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a real, just conscious decision, make an effort to take a break tomorrow. No content, no, I'm recording this and then I'm not going live tomorrow, or if I don't feel in the mood tomorrow, I'm not going to do it, Because I've had this bad habit of whenever I start streaming, and I noticed it, I don't know why I never realized this, I'm such a moron. I always say, like, I'm super consistent and I build it up and I build it up and I build it up and then I just stop, right? I just go off the map. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's not because of any other reason other than I get burnt out. And then the thing that I enjoy becomes something that I've scheduled to do. And then I'm like, I gotta stream it. I gotta stream for 2 hours at whatever, 12 p.m. You know what I mean? It becomes something that even if you don't have to do it, you kind of have it scheduled to, like, I gotta stream for 2 or 3 hours. So let me think of a time when I should do that and make the thumbnail, make the tags and the description and the title. I think my problem was I always went way too far in and I would stream, 8 days, 5 hours a day, just grinding. And as much as I think what I did was I convinced myself that I wasn't going to be successful, or I wasn't going to get the views I wanted, or I wasn't going to get anything that I wanted if I didn't just keep going, if I didn't just like grind, if I didn't just keep doing it every day and just keep doing it, pushing through. But I think the weird thing with content and with content creation is it's based on your personality, right? So even if I'm pushing through and I'm streaming every day and I'm streaming 5-6 hours a day, I remember a few breaks ago, while I was done with school and I streamed Persona, or maybe it was before I even started school. I streamed Persona like 6 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours a day for a long time, for like a week, 2 weeks straight. And then I burnt myself out and I didn't stream for months. I legitimately didn't stream for like 6 months, 7 months. And again, I don't think it was because like I didn't want to do it. I just burnt myself out. I felt like every time I went on stream, the hours kept getting longer and longer. And then I just felt like, oh my God, an hour feels like 4 hours. I don't want to do this, So I'm going to make a real effort to give myself a day, and it's Sunday anyway. Everyone's watching football and hanging out with their family. It's almost Christmas time. And, it's not like the viewership would be crazy on a Sunday anyway, but I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to give myself a real just day to relax and give my voice a break. I've noticed my voice has been getting kind of hoarse, and just give myself a break. Everyone needs a break. I'm going to see how that affects me. I'm going to see, like, if I take this break tomorrow and I end up not streaming for 3 days, and then I end up going like, it's because I fell out of a routine, then I know what works for me. But I've never tried that. I've never tried, just taking a day off and going, I can stream tomorrow. I can stream tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Because I was always way too hard on myself. I would just go like, you're not streaming today. You missed out. You missed out on views. You missed out on a chance. You know what I mean? You missed out on an opportunity, and you just didn't take it. You didn't do it. And that's a really toxic habit of mine where I fucking drive myself into the ground, and then I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm going to see how it works. I'm going to see how it affects me. Put a little less pressure on myself. Just enjoy my break, and stream. If tomorrow I don't feel right, or I do feel right, I have the motivation to do it, then I'll do it. But if I don't, it's not a big deal. I can do it the next day or the next day. Doesn't need to be so crazy. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me. I'm actually feeling tired now. I might be able to sleep. But yeah, thanks for all the new listeners and stuff. It's been really cool to see. Like I said before, I was really worried about this because I just felt like, who's going to want to listen to me yap, Just me by myself, just talking. But I guess something's working, or maybe I'm boring enough to people fall asleep to me or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, thank you. I appreciate it. It really helps a lot because I didn't know. I didn't know if this would be, I really thought, it's going to be 0 views, 0 plays, nothing. I didn't think anyone would listen. So I'm really grateful for that. And hopefully it continues, and, I can keep it up, and I'll try my best to, But yeah, anyways, I'm going to call it there. Thanks everyone for watching, listening. Don't forget to follow everything, if you liked it. If you didn't, then it's all right. I think that's it. Go watch the Civ streams. I have a lot of Civ streams up. Game's fun. Give it a try. And yeah, I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.